Ayurveda Dietetics is a less followed but very promising future career path. Today, let's talk to Rupali Panse on this important and less spoken topic. This is the Guiding Voice podcast series. The Guiding Voice for a Better Future. Friends, I'm your host Naveen Samala, just a fellow IT professional, but on a mission to shape the careers and lives of millions across the globe. Through the Guiding Voice, we drive conversations that matter, conversations that add value to your life and your career. And successful leaders across the globe share their knowledge and wisdom with the world on our platform, and our audience will acquire more knowledge by tuning into the Guiding Voice per every minute than any other podcast in this space. Thank you so much for joining me. And we are extremely pleased to have Rupali part of our show today. Rupali, I'm pleased to have you join me today and super excited to have you as a guest.
Same here, Naveen, and hello to all. I'm also very excited and thank you for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to connect with the young audience on your podcast. Thank you.
So, Rupali, pleasure to have you. And without further ado, let's get into the conversation. And as always, I actually request all my guests to share the career journey, and probably we'll get started with a brief intro about yourself in terms of how did you plan your career so far, and how did you reach the position where you are today?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to share my journey. Like many thousand people, I guess, I was too very determined to be a doctor. So I took admission to the BAMS, which is Bachelor of Ayurveda Medicine and Surgery. And I completed my BAMS in Pune University. After that, I was very enthusiastic and I couldn't wait to start my practice. So for me, it was exclusive Ayurvedic practice and Panchakarma practice. And as I started exploring my practice, there were many pediatric patients, so I was keen on communicating with those small patients of mine. So I supported my BMS degree with child psychology also. And as my practice grew, I felt need to concentrate on Ayurveda Nutrition. I supported my practice with Ayurveda Nutrition, and the whole course of my practice took a turn. Along with the practice, I started my writing journey also. Initially, I used to write for my patients only. Then I started writing on social media. I started my own blog site, and thankfully, it turned into a book. And while this journey was happening, I was very happy in my practice. I was loving my writing part of life also. And a good turning point happened. Pune University invited me to structure a course on Ayurveda Dietetics, which was exclusively for modern nutritionist and dietitian. So I am a part of a core team for Pune University for integrative dietetics. And afterwards, again, I shifted to USA from India. So I had to wind up my practice of more than 15 to 18 years and to start fresh in USA. But thankfully, I could manage all the changes and things together. I started my Ayurveda practice here also. And yes, I am connected to my Indian patients as well. And I published international publication here also in nutraceuticals, Ayurveda nutraceuticals. And then Food Guru happened this year. So yeah, this is my journey about my Ayurveda practice, and I'm very delighted to share with you all that recently I am being, associated with the Hindu University of America in Orlando, Florida, and I will be starting a whole course on Ayurveda nutrition here. So yeah, in a nutshell, this is my journey of career.
Wow, quite an impressive one. So it started with BAMS, and then you have explored the unexplored path. Right. Typically, we see doctors practicing and treating the patients, but you started your own blogs and published your book and started your own courses. That's quite impressive. So I'm very keen to understand the top 3 things that have helped you to be successful in your professional life, so that it will inspire our audience as well.
Oh, Naveen, it is very hard to address only 3 points in my life that supported my career and me as a person. But guiding voice is for young audience, I guess, right? So I would like to choose 3 important reasons, or 3 important things in my life that might really help young audience as well on our podcast. So yeah, the first thing I would like to address is company or people, because they are very important part of your life. And I am keeping myself on the right path because people in my life have strong faith, constant faith in me. I got tremendous support from my family, friends, mentors, and everybody, all of those who I am working with, I have worked with. I'm sharing my everyday life with the people. And yes, young generation, there are so many invisible hands that are shaping your life every day in, directly, indirectly, you may identify those or not, but do learn to value those relations, value those people, and choose your company very wisely because I can say that without people, without company, and without my friends and family, I would not be a person that I am today. I took an opportunity to thank you all people in my life. And yes, the second reason I would say that that helped a lot professionally and in my personal life also is my adaptable nature, or you may say flexible nature or flexible personality. In my case, I am very firm on basic good values in my life. I never compromise about them. But yes, I am flexible when I am open to the new ideas, new opportunities. Like all of us, I too have many shifts and changes in my personal, social, and professional life. But thankfully, I learned to identify those changes. I learned to receive those changes positively, and I tried, and I'm still trying to get best out of those changes or challenges. So never be afraid of changes and challenges in your life. Always be prepared, always embrace them positively. This virtue will definitely help young generation a lot to deal with the stresses in their personal and their professional life. And the third and the most important thing without which I would not be a person I am today is art. I love art and I know how to enjoy art. So, be it music, songs, dance, movies, literature, or beautiful nature, I'm so fortunate that I can absorb the beauty, I can absorb the joy and happiness from various arts. And trust me, art is very important to heal you or to shape you as a human. We all need art very badly to keep us humans sane in our life every day. So, do harness art in your life as early as possible in your childhood. It should be harnessed in childhood itself. You need not to be an artist to enjoy the art, but definitely art is an important vertical in my life. And if not a doctor, I would have definitely be a classical singer or dancer because I love to dance and sing. So yes, people or company, then my adaptable nature and my love towards art are the three most important things that I would like to address as supporting or life changing things in my life.
So it reminds me of the quote, you are the average of five people that you are surrounded with, right? So looks like you are surrounded by right set of people that are contributing to your growth, and you have been
Absolutely, you
excelling
can
in
say
your,
that.
you have been excelling
Yes.
in that aspect. And yeah, great. And the art stuff, yeah, in fact, that also helps us stay active all the time, right? Yeah, I resonate on that aspect as well. Now, moving to the core of today's topic, and especially I was very curious about your writing. I've gone through half of your book already. It's quite
Oh, that's
intriguing. Like,
fantastic.
yeah, it's quite intriguing, and I got to know a lot of facts because I thought it would be purely based on Ayurveda, but it has the amalgamation of the modern day food habits as well, and you have narrated everything very well. Like, I'm curious to understand how this journey of writing and practicing Ayurveda nutrition has started before we talk further about the book and other aspects.
Yeah, sure. Actually, there's an interesting story behind it, but I will not going to reveal this story here on the podcast because our listeners need to buy the book, buy Food Guru, and they will definitely enjoy this story. But to answer brief to these questions, as a budding professional doctor, I was very enthusiastic to apply all of my knowledge regarding Ayurveda medicine on the day one, and I started my practice very early. And I found that mere medicines are not helping to get the positive results in my patients. Then I started working on taking history very thoroughly. Concentrating on their food habits, their lifestyle mistakes, their psychological factor also. And then I realized that it is most important to concentrate on food habits, on choosing the right food, avoiding the incorrect food, and adopting the good lifestyle also. And then when I implied the Ayurveda dietetics theories in their day-to-day life, I made very few simple changes. I suggested them some pathya recipes. I, designed separate diet according to their body type, according to their gender, profession, etc. And I started getting very promising results from that perspective. So then my course of practice definitely took a turn, and major practice of mine was now concentrated on adopting the correct food habits. And we all know that food is medicine, but I started actually practicing food as medicine. And you ask about writing journey also. Then when I realized that food has so much potency to change the course of disease, you can prevent the disease, you can treat the disease, you can avoid the relapse of disease only using food as a potent tool. So then I started writing for my patients. When I took case, I made sure that a detailed email regarding their body prakriti, body type, and the whatever food changes I suggested them. I sent email. Then I thought, why only patients? Common people should know about Ayurvedic principles and Ayurveda food and Ayurveda diet, because you know that there are misunderstandings about Ayurveda, that Ayurveda is a complicated science and following Ayurvedic medicines, following Ayurveda lifestyle is very complicated, but that is not the correct thing. So I try to write in simple languages, and I try to give simple solutions through my blog site. And then my parallel journey of writing Ayurveda blog started along with the practice. And it turned into a book, it turned into a course, and the journey is still going on.
Yeah, sometimes you never know what is there in the destiny and all, and we start something out of passion, and it changes the course of our professional life altogether. So I can see that happening in your life, right? Yeah. Now let's dive into the book. Like, can you briefly talk the outline of the book? Of course, I started reading, as I said, but I don't want to talk myself. Let us hear from you.
Yeah, sure, Naveen. So, did you like the name?
Absolutely. It is very easy to remember, and it actually highlights what's inside. Right? I love the title, and it is apt.
Yes. The title itself, says that what Guru does. Guru is always guiding you in your life. Whenever you are in confused state, there is Guru to explain you your confusions, guide you towards the solution. Guru will not give the solution, but Guru will motivate you to walk on the path of the solution. So this book exactly does the same when you have any doubts regarding food, nutrition, and diet, because I think diet and nutrition is the most complex and most confused topic nowadays. Every day we are getting posts about follow this kind of diet, do not eat this, eat that thing, and everywhere just only confusion is there regarding Ayurvedic diet also. So what Food Guru offers, first of all, I would like tell you that as an author and as an Ayurvedic practitioner, I wanted both to win. So my Ayurveda practitioner in me was very firm that I should not compromise with the knowledge and authenticity of Ayurveda diet. And author in me was always curious whether it is going to be complex, whether it will be boring for readers to read. So I wanted both of me to win. So we presented this book in three sections. The first section explains Ayurveda theories, but those theories are not complex. Those are very simple. Some interesting stories are there. There are various amazing unknown facts about food in Food Guru. There are ancient stories mentioned, and Vedic stories, Vedic events are mentioned in Food Guru. And the second part we have dedicated to the 130 plus Ayurveda recipes, which are very exclusive, very unique. Some of the recipes are even as old as 10,000 years old, and still you can, apply in the modern world. Then the recipes are also divided into interesting parts, soups, pickles, Ayurvedic probiotics, even the desserts have been given importance. So people who have sweet tooth will love to read Food Guru and love to explore the recipes that are mentioned in the Food Guru. And the third section is also very interesting because we never know what we are eating have properties, right? I'm eating apple or I'm eating rice, but what exact Ayurvedic properties are there in this rice or apple or raisins or whatever? So I tried to elaborate Ayurvedic properties of various food classes like oils, fruits, vegetables, dry fruits, aromatic herbs, medicinal herbs, grains. So there are many questions regarding oils, which oil I should use, what kind of oil I should use for frying, deep frying, whether I should mix two oils together or not. So basically, if you have any question regarding food, if you want to follow organic lifestyle, if you want to have holistic approach towards healing and wellness, Food Guru is the answer for you. So I can say that Food Guru is a very unconventional and interesting book that you can hold in your hand, you can keep in your kitchen, and whenever you have question about your health, just open the Food Guru. If you have confusion what to cook today, you can open the Food Guru. If you have any query regarding the nutritional values and properties of food, you can open the Food Guru. So Food Guru is all about eating, celebrating, and keeping your health via food.
Eating, celebrating, and keeping you healthy. Wow. So profound. And you mentioned you moved to the US after about 15 years of, over 15 years of practice in India and all, right? So how was your experience of Ayurveda nutrition practice in US different from India?
Oh, it is. Yeah. It is very different from India because I can see that food habits and available local food, fresh produce is a whole apart from what we witness in India. And I needed. It's been 4 years that I have moved from India to US. So initially, it was really hard to explain my clients in America about Ayurveda perspective, how Ayurveda looks at the food, the sattva guna, raja guna, and tama guna. It was a challenge for me to explain them, but trust me, Ayurveda, the beauty of Ayurveda theories lie here. They are applicable to the globe if you wisely adopt them and wisely utilize them. No geographical border can break this beautiful science. So what I concentrate that, okay, local cuisine is always important for wellness and health. So in USA, these are the local things available. Now, how can I utilize the maximum best out of this produce or out of this available food for clients in the USA? So instead of changing their food, instead of changing their food class, instead of telling them do not eat the meat, I cannot say do not eat meat in USA. So how can I how can I apply Ayurvedic principles over here? So I try to alter their cooking methods then. So do not deep fry, use ghee, do not use trans fat, use cold compressed oil. Do not use olive oil for deep frying. Instead, use this oil. Do not use vegetable oil frequently. Instead, use unsalted butter. And these small changes paid a lot to get the balanced tridosha in a USA client also. And the same thing, one more thing I need to concentrate on was incompatible food combinations because here you will observe that anything is mixed with anything. People are eating meat dishes with cheese and with milk desserts and ice cream. The food is being cooked with alcohol, and multiple cuisines are being eaten together. So I explained them the concept of Ayurvedic incompatible food, and in my patients, I try to avoid some combinations, and it really works a lot. And there is a huge difference between Indian patients and USA patients. USA patients are ready to follow anything if you tell them scientifically. They are ready to follow anything. Back in India, there were some patients who used to teach me. That no, ma'am, this is not the thing. I have read somewhere, no, you should do this and you should eat this. So I am enjoying my practice in USA. And definitely, if you tell them scientifically, they are very much curious about following Ayurveda lifestyle, doing nasya, doing oil pulling, using ghee, and using cooking Ayurveda recipes also.
So you brought an interesting point around patients teaching the doctor. I came across a poster in the hospital nearby which read like this: "Please keep your Google doctor away, and we are a better qualified, and you need to trust us." Right. So likewise, these days, since
Yes.
information is available everywhere, people try to do a lot of research, and they tend to teach doctors. I've seen that happening.
Obviously, many times.
Yeah. And one other aspect when it comes to this incompatible food, people said like we shouldn't be eating fish with curd
Milk,
and
curd,
right.
yeah.
So that is one thing, and also one other aspect that you mentioned about this heating ice cream, right? So that is that is something which is trying to break the property, like on extreme cold to extreme hot, and these days people are trying different cuisines and all, but I think it makes sense to understand the incompatibility types and all. That way at least we can try avoiding those things which might impact our health in the long term, right?
We have a separate chapter in Food Guru calling Disaster Chef.
I've not come there yet. All right. So now moving ahead, one important question and one of my favorite topics always, like what are some career opportunities that we see in this Ayurveda dietetics?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking this question because I'll come straight to the answer. See, if you have done BAMS, it's a very good thing. And it's not only the practice that you should follow as your career path. After BAMS, also, there are various opportunities, and one of the most promising opportunities for present and future also is Ayurveda dietetics or Ayurveda nutrition. So, if you have any degree with Ayurveda, you can do masters in modern dietetics, and then you can integrate your knowledge of Ayurveda dietetics with modern nutrition, and you can practice as an integrative nutritionist. Okay, so this will be a very holistic approach where you have knowledge of modern dietetics also, and you are supported by Ayurveda theories also. And even if you have not a background of Ayurveda, if you haven't, if you have not any degree regarding Ayurveda, then also you can pursue the diploma courses and certificate courses in Ayurvedic nutrition. There are many courses, basic Ayurveda nutrition, advanced Ayurveda nutrition. The course when I was talking about in Pune University, integrative dietetics. So these courses will help students to understand the Ayurvedic perspective regarding nutrition and dietetics, and then they can practice as integrative nutritionist also. Forget about the practice in dietetics only, but you can pursue your career in research and development also, because the industry where Ayurveda supplements and Ayurveda nutraceuticals is a booming industry, and you can pursue your career there as a researcher, scientist, and developer also. Now, we all know that supplements, vitamins, and immunity boosting products, this industry is $1 million industry in throughout the globe. So, various startups which produce Ayurveda supplements, Ayurveda nutraceuticals, or Ayurvedic food can be a very bright future for the people who are very keen to follow nutritional careers. So yeah, there are various careers for Ayurveda nutrition and dietetics.
Thank you for sharing those details, Rupali. And now let's talk about your future plan. Like you started as a doctor and then practiced and started your writing journey, became an author, now launched your own course. So I'm curious, what are you planning next?
Oh, shall I live in present for a while? No, yes, but one should plan for the future. I agree with you, Naveen. So I'm so fortunate that I got so many opportunities and I got to explore my other skills along with the practice. I'm very thankful for these opportunities. But yeah, in future, I would like to involve in the projects which will deal with, teaching Ayurveda to the kids, teaching Ayurveda to the children or school-going children, because this is the proper age for the children to incorporate Ayurvedic lifestyle, Ayurvedic knowledge, because yoga and Ayurveda, these two things are going to change the whole scenario of health industry in future. So the sooner we will introduce Ayurveda to the kids, the better human they become. So I would like to explore some opportunities in future regarding this. Right now, I am practicing Ayurveda. I have clients from India, from USA, Singapore, South Africa, and Europe also. So, apart from the consulting, I would like to extend the knowledge of Ayurveda through various courses. And I'm so happy to share with you, Naveen, that there are so many people who are very keen to make their kids learn Ayurveda. So I have already started taking group sessions for those parents who are interested to teach their kids. So and those are from USA, but I would also like to connect with the parents that I mentioned through my patients. And I'm looking forward to many more courses to introduce in future. And there's one more thing for a future plan. I would like to do something in the field of psychology, psychological disorders, and Ayurveda solutions for that.
Mm-hmm. Quite interesting. You have a long-term plan, I would say. And audience, in case if you're interested to collaborate with Rupali, probably you can connect with her on LinkedIn and also visit her site. All the details are available in the show notes. All right. So great. Thank you for sharing those details. And Rupali, let's add some spice to the episode. I'm going to kick off a quick rapid fire round.
Oh, I love that round.
So let's get started. What is one best decision in your life?
Oh, to become a mother, I guess, because it changed me as a person from core, and I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful to my both kids for this. Yeah.
Moving to the next one. What is one best piece of advice that you have received?
So I would rather not go serious on this question because there are many good advices I got, but suddenly I remind of weird. I don't say weird. I don't know whether it is best, but yeah, a few people told me that I should go to the modeling or try acting in the films. And to a certain point, I took it seriously also. But I think destiny has some different plans, and industry never saw a good star like me. Yeah, that was the best advice to do modeling.
I think you have to give it a try. And
You don't need to be polite.
let's move on. What is your favorite day of the week?
Oh, any holiday. I don't care whether it is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, any holiday.
At what age do you want to retire?
Retire? Oh, in case of earning, if you are asking, I want to retire today only. But yeah, I would honestly, I would like to work. I would like to enjoy my work till the day I say tata bye bye to this world.
I can see that passion. Yeah, because somebody who is on a continuous learning journey, they can't quit so soon. Right. That was great. And let's fire the last bullet out of the rapid fire. What is one electronic gadget that you'd like to see or invent yourself?
I don't know about inventing, but there's one gadget I am hoping somebody will invent from years together. I used to watch one animated series, Doraemon, with my kids, and there's one gadget, Anywhere Door. So it's a door. If you want to reach somewhere, you just have to plant that door. You open it and you reach that place. So I would love to have that Anywhere Door so that I can visit my parents and my friends anytime in India.
In fact, I'm also a big fan of Doraemon Door. Great rapid fire, Rupali. Now let's flip back to the mainstream. And before I let you go, one final question for today's conversation. What will be your biggest piece of advice to those aspiring to make it big in their careers or lives? You can pick either of them.
First of all, don't be too serious. Don't be too serious. Explore things very sooner in your life. Don't underestimate yourself. First of all, know yourself very better as a person. Do respect and love yourself. The sooner you know what I want and what I am good at, the better you will get success in your life. Be kind to the world. and enjoy your life and never give up.
Oh, great nuggets of wisdom. And thank you so much for sharing such a profound set of tips. And also, thank you so much for your time. And I wish you good luck on all your future endeavors. And I've already seen that the book is becoming the best seller. And I wish more power to you.
Thank you, Naveen. It was fun being with you here.
Same here, Rupali. Thank you for the great insights and a pleasure to host you. So, Rupali, you have shared a lot of information and wonderful set of insights, and I'm sure our audience would be curious to reach out to you. So, what would be the best way to reach you?
Oh, my website, my first name, my last name, rupalipanse.com will be the best way to reach me. I'm sure you will post my email address and phone number for the people who want to reach to.
Absolutely. Yeah, coordinates shall be included in the show notes. So, guys, go ahead and contact Rupali for any tips on Ayurveda and Ayurveda Dietetics. Thank you. Thank you, Rupali. So, folks, before we move into the trivia section, here is a request to you. In case if you haven't subscribed to us, please subscribe from the app where you have tuned in from. Also, if you have loved this conversation and found the episode useful, request you to share with at least 3 of your friends or colleagues who can benefit from the guiding voice. Now let's hop into the trivia segment of today's episode. Today we spoke some nuances of Ayurveda, and I would like to extend thoughts around Ayurveda and talk a bit about specialities in Ayurveda. Ayurveda has many more principles rather than just prescribing medicines. And it also has some specialities like surgery, which is called Shalya Chikitsa, and diseases above the shoulder called Shalakya, internal medicine, Kaya Chikitsa, and psychiatry, which is Bhuta Vaidya, pediatrics, which is Kaumara Bhrutyam, and toxicology, which is Agada Tantram, and rejuvenation, which is Rasayanam, and aphrodisiacs, which is Vazikaranam. So all these can treat every complication that is encountered by the human body. So do not underestimate the power of Ayurveda. In case if you want to research further, go ahead and grab a copy of Rupali's book. That is where you can learn a lot of basics, which I'm already doing. And so this is all about Ayurveda. And in case if you have any tips around Ayurveda, please feel free to share with us in the form of comments if you are watching this on YouTube, or you can drop us a note. That's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And folks, please share any topic recommendations or speaker suggestions by contacting through social media or email us at theguidingvoiceforyou@gmail.com. I'm your host Naveen Samala, just a fellow IT professional and a passionate learner on a mission to shape the careers and lives of millions across the globe. Until next time, bye-bye. See you all in the next episode.